we just saw some massive powers fall in that last video, and they've not completely fallen, but they've went from a medium to above average power to above below average to almost dead. They might be destroyed within this video right here. And of course, I'm talking about mainly England as well as Rome, both of which that are down to almost 2 cities. Rome is still technically at 3, but they're going to be down to 2 cities, just like England right after this turn, because Byzantium's going to take over this one. So big deal. And it's really given, not only has it destroyed some of these like kind of average to above average sized nations, but it's given some of the really good nations like Scotland and Byzantium even more power. There is kind of an absorption of power that's currently going on in this campaign. It's big. It's very big. I'm shocked by it. Let's see what England kind of comes back with now. We have a lot of nations going after Elizabeth. The Netherlands going to probably take over Brussels, I'm thinking. Well, they definitely will. I'm not sure if it's, but I don't know if it's, Brussels will fall. I just don't know who's going to take it. And I'm thinking it's going to be the Netherlands, but we'll see. Yeah, look at that. I mean, England's clearly, they're bitter. They didn't even try to attack the Netherlands units. They're just attacking Scotland. Pretty mad about that. Songhai has built the Manhattan Project. We might see Braga fall. I thought it was going to fall I thought Scotland would take it, but we'll see. England going after Denmark, or Denmark going after England, I should say. Boom, Byzantium did take over the city, so Rome is down to 2 cities. They already have a navy in the Adriatic Sea, which means Antium will probably fall with all these destroyer units. And yes, the Netherlands did take over Brussels. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Spain going after Denmark too. Yeah, so that was actually pretty smart. That was good for Robert to not take over Brussels. But yeah, no, this is a big pickup for the Netherlands, so they were able to even capitalize a little bit. I'm waiting for France to join in against England. I'm thinking that France will probably be able to deal the final blow. Potentially, maybe. We'll see. And yeah, no, I think Antium will fall, and they don't need open borders anymore because they've grabbed this city in Sicily, so they could just move right through the Canal City and go right for the Roman capital. Ramsey's playing against the Goths, it looks like. Is that everything? Yes, it is. So yeah, there are a few nations going after Denmark. I don't know why. Remember, Robert from Scotland is at war with Denmark. I don't know why there. He should have left that alone, but whatever. What are people doing near Byzantium? Russia's moving a lot of their troops down. See, that's what was my fear. That was my fear. Russia or the Hittites. Russia or the Hittites. Denmark and Germany finally piecing out because this part of their empire, this part of the Byzantium Empire is really undefended. Very almost ironic, right? Is that the term? Have I told you guys this, that I don't know the difference between irony? Like ironic and like I don't know the proper. I don't think a lot of people know the difference, the actual meaning of irony. But I'm gonna guess that I think I'm using irony in the correct way here. It's ironic that Byzantium is taking over Rome, and it's 2001, and they might completely take them over too. They have a really good chance of actually completely taking them over. I think they're gonna need a little bit more though. They're gonna lose some units. They will lose some units in the process. Byzantium better have some good production. Let's see what's going on with Braga. So the Celts, remember the Celts and Scotland are both at war with England currently. This is the final English city. They can both work together. Again, I think it's going to be France that might have to do it. And obviously France would really benefit from this location. Kind of giving them a bit more power. Not much, but yeah, a bit more power. Look at this, Iceland moving in for somebody. It might be for Denmark. Iceland and Denmark seem to be, they're not really getting along too well. I think that's the only war. No, Iceland's declared several wars before. Again, with the world ideology of Buddhism, it's not going to happen, man. It is not going to happen. Two of the great powers, both Byzantium and Egypt, plotting against Carthage. Oh, yeah, and Egypt's getting really dangerously close to Carthage. I think that might be the next nation to fall, right? Is it safe to say? I would say it's pretty safe to say. Next nation could certainly be Carthage, whether that be Byzantium to do it, Songhai to do it, or Egypt's. There's just way too many powers revolving around Carthage, and Carthage is a very divided up, separated empire, with Sardinia and even having a landing in Geneva in continental Europe. It's a problem. That is a pretty big deal, needless to say. So we'll see who does the blow. It probably won't be Byzantium. I really hope Byzantium takes it easy. It's exciting to have a very strong Byzantium because we've never seen this before, but I want them to stay around because they make this campaign so entertaining, especially to kind of rival Egypt. They really make it entertaining when it comes to like kind of rivaling Egypt as well as Songhai. You know, I don't give enough credit to Songhai. Them taking out Morocco was a big deal, and they're looking good over here. They're looking really good. Now we have to wait for them to capitalize either against Spain or Carthage. If they don't do that, though, I don't know. It's going to be tough. Okay, Scotland, are you going to go after it or what? They are. But without the Celtic or French help, you probably won't take over this city. I don't think so. Now, Scotland, okay. Somewhat okay. That's another thing we should be looking at for. We've been watching and viewing if Byzantium is going to lose too many units here. We should also be looking for the same thing with Scotland, because Norway's pretty powerful, to say the least. They are powerful. They got lucky because Poland destroyed a bunch of units that Norway had under their control. But, I mean, that was a while ago. It's different now. Ramses constructing the CN Tower in Thebes. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. Really the only big battle. Yep, Antium is going to fall now. Oh, geez. Okay, so Antium will fall. Rome will be down to one city. Another big thing is that if Byzantium does destroy Augustus here, what is that going to do for her diplomatic relationship with the world? Will that make everyone mad? You know what I mean? I mean, this is pretty aggressive of her. Very aggressive of her, to say the least. So it could piss off a lot of other nations. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The cities that Theodora is picking up right here, they're not really susceptible to an attack by another AI. Yeah, Carthage is on the table. Carthage could go after it, but you know, obviously Rome is a good. The Italian Peninsula is a very safe place to be in. That's why Rome tends to do good unless they face an amazing power like Byzantium. So. Yeah, this is a good pickup. The only thing that threatens Byzantium right now, the only new threat to Byzantium would be Poland, Netherlands again, would be the Goths. But the Goths mainly have just an army of archaeologists, and that's why they look maybe more powerful than they actually are. All right, Poland. So be careful. I think you have open borders through Denmark. I think we've established that. But do you have? Are you gonna? I don't know. I don't think this is going to be good for Poland again. I seriously don't think so. France, what are you doing, man? You have an English AI with 2 units, none of them being ranged. Why aren't you going for it here? We've seen some amazing aggressiveness from the AI, but come on, France. Yep, boom, they finished that. They finished the Sydney Opera House. Oh, they're building also the CN Tower. So they didn't build that in Thebes. They must have another like awesome production powerhouse in their empire someplace. Must be. I don't know where it's at. France has denounced the Ottomans. England has denounced Switzerland. Okay, so Rome grabbed Antium back. That's fine. That's just going to destroy a Roman troop, and as well as it probably freed up Byzantium from having some of their own units destroyed. Hey, Rome's coming back though. They still have units. I will give them that. Oh, well, a lot of them got killed here. Oh, wait a second. They didn't take Antium yet. Well, we'll see. Is reinforcements coming? No, this is it. This is Byzantium's last stand. I don't. If Rome survives this small onslaught, then I'm pretty sure Theodora will grant Augustus peace. I think. I don't think she's willing to send over any more reinforcements. She doesn't really have much left, to be honest. What are you doing with this fleet, man? What are you doing that? Are you just trying to scare the Hittites or what? Oh, the Hittites are going after the Sumer here. I think Russia's going after either Sumer or the Ottomans. I know that they're at war. I know that they are at war. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. The Goths have denounced the Ottomans. What's this? 4 atomic bombs in Russian territory. 4 of them. Now, I wonder if they're going to waste that. No, they wouldn't waste that on the Ottomans or the Sumer. That would be dumb. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. We get to check in on this. So right now, Russia has by far the biggest military. Huge. Massive. Oh my gosh. How did that happen? I know that Ramses is leading every other category in the Infoetics. I guess he's just not building military units. Well, Russia's looking strong as F right now, and she's 3 times as big as the Byzantium Empire. Wow, Hungary's doing good too, though. Look how big the Hungarian military is. That's surprising. Yep, Underrated right there. I know I underrate Songhai, but they're strong. They just don't really have a good location. They only can attack 2 nations, and that's Spain and Carthage as of right now. Spain, by the way, is also building up a pretty good military. I didn't realize the Hittites were so low in terms of their military rank. Robert from Scotland, he did lose quite a bit, but as long as he's still over Norway, he still has more troops than Norway, so that's all that matters. And Poland is still kind of recovering from, I think, their first Netherland war, as well as that Norwegian war that they declared. Yeah, Carthage is pretty far behind. That's why I think Carthage might fall next. Goths. Very interesting window. Glad that popped up right there at that second. I forgot to check on the info index. We'll do that in the next video. Too many exciting things are happening. I think finally the exciting things are going to slow down. Yep, Elizabeth's going to keep over the city, so she's not going to get destroyed just yet. I don't think. Don't think she's going to be destroyed just yet. Let's see what happens to Antium. Antium will probably fall, but will Rome take... Ooh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, anti-aircraft. Yeah, that's melee. So they should... Actually, these are submarines. Unless they get some of those artilleries to attack, then they won't take over Antium this time. Yep. No, but they're pushing for it, or they're pushing further, and they've got land units, a lot more land units now to be able to take over Rome. These submarines are not going to help though. They've already destroyed the Roman fleet. Oh, Byzantium, you gotta don't stop building, man. Don't stop building. I had no idea Russia was that strong, and we saw how many atomic bombs they've built, so that's a big problem too. But what is Russia? What could Russia be building up against? Like, what are they doing? Because right now, just going after the Ottomans, that's a waste of the numbers. You know what I mean? That's a big waste of numbers. They could potentially go after Egypt right now. I mean, they wouldn't win. They'd probably lose their coastal cities in the Caspian Sea. But just land troops, they've got so much. We should also check on the nuclear weapons that maybe Ramses controls. I think they're probably here. No, they're not. Where are they at? They've got to be around here, right? You're telling me that's only Russia? In this region that's built, it looks like it. Oh my gosh, really? No, there's 2. Ramses has built 2, but they're more worried about, I think, either their Carthaginian front or their Byzantine front. They're not worried about Russia, which they should be. Because when Russia has twice the size of an army, you gotta worry about that. That's a big deal. I can't believe that. I cannot believe Ramses let Egypt get that many troops up. Especially because I'm sorry, I can't believe Ramses has let Russia build that many troops. Especially when Egypt has had just complete dominance over all the categories. They've been winning, and they haven't been at war with anybody either. How did you let that happen, Ramses? I know you're doing other things. I know that you know, you're focusing maybe on a cultural victory, but you done goofed, because now Russia is a lot stronger than we all kind of predicted, I think, at first. Antium's still around, and I think it's still because they're not using as much. Their navy isn't as big of a factor as it was in the very beginning. But yeah, Rome is down to just 1 artillery unit, so that should be enough to. Yeah, they could take it over. Maybe they've got. Yeah, Byzantium's got a lot of artillery units over here for themselves. But yeah, the submarines will be good. It is good that they still have submarines. The submarines were really good to defend themselves, and at this point, that's all they need to do. With the entire Italian peninsula, and everything that they control here in modern-day Greek lands and Bulgarian capital, the north of the Black Sea, I mean, they just have to defend this stuff. And with the submarines, they can defend against navy units. I don't know how well they're going to be able to defend against land units, a land attack, since most of them are in the Italian peninsula, especially because it would take such a long time to get from the capital of Rome to something like Istanbul if the Hittites launch an attack. That'd be really, really bad. For them, I guess. Theodora plotting against Venice. Oh gosh, is it going to be Theodora that's destroying Venice? That would just be messed up. That would just be totally messed up. Braga's fine. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Scotland is not afraid to continue to go after Denmark. I don't think they're going to take this over. Actually, wait a second. No, Poland's at war with the Netherlands. I thought maybe Poland was doing that damage, but no, I don't think so. Now, Robert doesn't have any bombs, right? I know he's built the Manhattan Project, I think. I'm not sure. Wow, very interesting British Isles now. Hey, the Netherlands control some of this region, too. Nobody's going to take over Copenhagen just yet. Boom, there goes Antium, and there is only one Roman city left, and that is the capital, Rome. 26 population, pretty big city to get a hold of. Also, something to keep in mind: all of the newly acquired Byzantium cities, they're all out of resistance. They're already integrated in the empire. They've got some good population, okay population. They're puppets, but yeah, it's something to think about. I mean, the AI is already using these cities. Manhattan Project has been built by Scotland. Okay, there you go. There's my question. I thought they had built it, but now they just did. So they're still probably ways away from getting up any sort of weapons of mass destruction just yet. So, you know, Western Europe can feel safe at the moment, but Scotland is looking powerful. So is Spain, though. So is definitely Spain. So let's see what happens. Again, Buddhism will fail, will continue to fail when no one yays it. And no one will yay it, I don't think. So let's see how Byzantium approaches this battle. It's going to be tough because there is a mountain in the way. But if you use your artillery units the right way, and as well as if you get some naval units over here, which you kind of don't have any more ranged naval. You've got one frigate and a bunch of submarines, which we've talked about. This might be the bloodiest siege so far. It could be. It definitely could be. I feel sick for Byzantium here. Just such a big power right here. Just so much land that they control. I don't think they control as much as Egypt, but they still control a lot. Milan getting close, being under siege by Carthage, which is good for everyone that wants to go to war with Carthage. So you have a machine gun coming in, 2 machine guns coming in, actually. A few units that are embarked. I mean, I'm thinking at least 4 or 5 units are going to be destroyed here in this process. Rome also has a city defense of 99. It's going to be tough to take. I don't know if they've faced something this high before. And again, without that dominant navy to range attack off the coast, then yeah, it's going to be tough no matter what. Oh my gosh, how did Scotland take this? Wow, what the heck? How did they take that? I don't know. It must be, you know, probably the Air Force. Scotland's doing a really good job at balancing out their Air Force attacks on city, and then they just walk in with like a destroyer unit or something like that. Really smart there. Ramses is plotting against Bismarck. Oh, Egypt plotting against Germany. Oh, man. CN Tower's been built. There are Danish units nearby. The problem is that Poland is in the way. So I don't know if they're going to get over here to grab their city back. And now do they begin the siege of Copenhagen? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Scotland. Let's see what happens to Rome. Rome destroyed at least 1 unit. Great Firewall has been built by Russia, which means that it's going to be very tough. That brings Russia now into the cultural game because it was between Egypt and Byzantium, obviously, in terms of influential status. Now Russia is got to be a part of it because it's going to take them a very, very long time to catch Russia. It's going to take both of those nations a long time to catch them because of the Great Firewall. Wow, such a smart wonder to build for Catherine. Really, really smart wonder for them to build. Can all these artillery units can do some damage. Gotta be careful of that submarine. Rome's at about 80% health, something like that. Remember how big Hungary's army is. Keep that in mind. Not sure what they're gonna do with it. Just keep it in mind. Oh, the Ottomans have been destroyed. Oh, I didn't realize that. Were they just destroyed? I think they were. And it looks like the Hittites are gonna destroy the Sumer here. So we're getting rid of the final few 1 cities. England's a new 1 city nation. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to stop right there, though. Oh, my gosh. Wow. So much is going on. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.